these cookies, they're too much.
They're a bit too powerful.
A bit is an understatement. So, I don't know. I assume this is a whole U.S. brand and not regional, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people know about crumble cookies.
Okay, yeah. Crumble cookies are these, like, really big, extra sweet, and dense cookies.
Yeah.
Tony's never had them before. Tony went out and said, I can go get cookies. And he came back.
No, I had them before. I had them at here one time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you guys used to get them all the time.
What elicited me getting them was there was a pink box at the front of his door, and I instantly flashed back to, crumble cookies come into a pink box.
Yeah.
Did they get crumble cookies? And they didn't get crumble cookies, and I was really sad. And I thought, well, we have a few hours till the podcast. I can sit in traffic, and I got too many crumble cookies.
Yeah, he got 2 cookies for every person currently in this house. And I would say the correct number of those cookies for one person is 1/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole cookie is actually a lot.
These are to share.
We're all kind of sludgy right now because we've all eaten a number of cookies.
I had 2 and a bite of another one, and I might actually be dying.
These were designed to kill you.
Yeah.
I think these are part of like a greater project, along with all of like the Heart Attack Grill, where it's like, okay, there's a certain percentage of people who are going to eat themselves to death like dogs anyway.
I want to see the Venn diagram. Our listeners, people who would eat themselves to death like dogs.
It's not quite a circle, but it's close. We got these s'mores cookies, I think from Target, and they're, it's like a little graham cracker Nilla wafer type cookie, and then there's like a marshmallow. It's pretty thick marshmallow, like Reese's cup thickness of just marshmallow, and then it's all covered in what I would describe as exactly the perfect amount of chocolate. It has like a nice like a snap to it as you bite into the marshmallow. It's incredible. It's like biting into the most delicious, succulent bug flesh that you could imagine. Through its thin, delicate shell and into its I guess...
soft innards.
Soft thorax, yeah.
Brutal.
It's incredible. Pretend I'm a Na'vi and I eat them on their moon of Pandora.
That's quite the image you painted for me.
I just started talking. I didn't even know where that was going.
I went through a s'mores period where, we first had that fire pit installed some number of years ago. And, like, after we got the fire pit, they were making fire there all the time. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Like, we were using the fire
It's the new thing, so you use it for, 3 months.
And so, it lasted, 5 summers. And so, basically, there was a period of a year or two where there was 8 months a year, there were s'mores ingredients in the house. And there would have been in there 12 months a year had I not been going in there and making myself some unheated s'mores with Hershey bar.
Barbarian!
S'more sashimi, we call that.
S'more shimi. Yeah, I went to the pantry and I was making myself a s'more shimi. And
wait, sashimi. Because it's like s'mores.
Yeah.
That's like a Sheets.
I'm the greatest genius that this world's ever known.
Because Sheets will always be adding
only
SH
for
to
making
everything.
up.
Me and the SH noise are like, we're not friends on good days, so I'm not going to have to say that.
So you're just making raw dog s'mores all the time for like a year.
Yeah.
For a year.
Yeah, that ruled. You're talking about like the bite and the crisp and the texture.
Yeah.
The graham cracker into the chocolate bar into the marshmallow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It resists.
Yeah.
But it shatters.
Oh, yeah, and then the graham crackers everywhere, and that's... So I used to try and eat them in one bite.
Oh, man.
Of course.
What a fucking Chad, dude. I'm bitch made.
Yeah, that's... What a polite word. Thank you.
I like that you didn't even think so I would eat them over the sink. So I would, eat them over a plate. No.
Okay, hold on. No, we don't... I'm not a plates person. Why would I make dishes?
Okay, I do have to agree that you're right. I shouldn't have thought that. There's a pan right over here that you have been eating off of from an oven.
Yeah.
And
you made taquitos.
It's like a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
So I should have known.
Yeah. No.
This is Yeah.
Minimize the plates.
I would never, ever use a plate. Like, if it was just me, it's like, did we record this last week? I just eat the basic elements of food.
Yeah. Yeah, just the ingredients.
Yeah, like, I don't... The taquitos Tony and I have been eating is like, that's more preparation steps than I take for any meal.
They're really good tubes. They're such goods.
Yeah, the meat and cheese
The
tubes.
meat and cheese tube with the corn tortilla. Maybe it's wheat. I don't actually know.
I feel like corn is the traditional, but
Yeah, typically.
then again, if we're talking about like, oh, what's a traditional taquito, you might as well just slap me in the face. I'm going to say something offensive about it because virtually all of my like opinions on like, oh, well, what about the traditional version of that is like, well, can I just eat this?
Yeah.
Can you shut up and I can eat it?
The traditional version from El Cisco.
Yeah, and we both agree that I'm a piece of shit. We don't have to do this.
This little song and dance.
Yeah, this little song and dance. I get it. You know what it is, and I know what it is.
Can we not eat dinner at each other? Can we eat dinner with each other?
Yeah. Now, come on. Your 7-Eleven hot dog chili is getting cold.
And with that, welcome back to Scryer's Room. I am your host, Famfare.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Rob. Thanks for having me, fellas.
And today, they're going to pop off a little bit about Rom Hacks.
Yes.
Pokemans and Digimans.
Yes.
Now, we do not endorse any illegal activities on this podcast. We are merely discussing these things and how they can affect you in your life.
Yes.
Sure.
They could affect you by potentially tricking you into believing that you could be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
what
not real fun, though.
Yeah, no. Real fun you pay for at a store.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Real fun you have to buy
Yeah.
like a $400 Heart Gold cartridge or however much those cost. I'm going to look that up.
What's the bit on South Park where they're talking about Stan, we can't do anything fun for free. Anything fun costs at least $8.
This says I can buy a Heart Gold for $40, which I think means it's fake.
Yeah, that's
That is
definitely
what that
fake.
means.
That's a fake version.
That's a thing. Wasn't planning to touch on that, but like the fakes are like real as fuck out there now. You have to like you can look at like they'll have that little like stamped like embossed letter kind of thing. But I've seen fakes with that where like I saw a YouTube guy talk about I had to take the chip out of here and look at the circuit board and see that it was the wrong type, and that's where like okay pal, you win.
Yeah, dude, that's so extra.
Man, that at that point you need to like understand that like you have to be okay with it being fake sometimes.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like you can't. You know, the ROM is the ROM. Like the file on the thing is the file.
That's what the game is.
The thing is the thing, and like even if you put like an R4 card or whatever, I'm dating myself here. Even if you put whatever piracy device cartridge with SD card into your Game Boy or whatever, you know, it's
the same file.
The Game Boy, it's the same file. The Game Boy reads it the same way. It can't tell the difference. But I know some people really want to own the original thing. That's why the real thing is expensive and hard to get, and that's why there are so many fakes.
Oh yeah. But if you want something real original, you look online and somebody is like, have you ever thought that Pokemon was too baby mode bullshit easy? And then they'll give you a game where it's like, I hope you know all the strategies because you need them for every gym.
Are you playing a children's game in a way the developers did not intend? Well, listen up, buddy, because I have got something to waste your time.
Hours and days, and you'll love it. What is the one that you have been...
I've been playing with Pokemon Unbound. I'd never heard of it before. I saw it mentioned in a comment. The comment said something like, this game is too long and it asks too much of you. Like, there's too much. And I saw that and I said, sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's very much one of those situations where it's like, I challenge you to tell me why it's a bad idea without making it sound even better.
And Pokemon Unbound has this super complicated story where, like you're like a mystery character, your dad is stuck in a cube. The Pokemon Hoopa is the central legendary for this one. And there was some kind of war where it was punching things, you know, with its power to punch through portals that it has, I suppose.
It used its portal power to punch every soldier in the face.
Yeah. So there was a whole little cutscene that I held fast forward until it went away. And I did that a lot, actually. So
well, it's a long game.
There is a plot for this game, and the plot has got to catch them all.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, it's Pokemon.
There are snippets of the plot that I understood, but what I do know is that I have 6 badges, and I have just over 500 different Pokemon owned out of the 900? Through Gen 8. Through Gen 8.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, there's over 1,000 now, which, by the way, 1,000 is so fucking many.
It is.
And then you look at, like, how do other games deal with, like, how many characters do other games have? And then some of them have, like, oh, did you, like you can find something out, like, oh, did you know that Dragon Quest only had, like, 32 characters in it? And it's like, that's impossible. People played that game for 200 hours. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be like, hey, did you know Dark Souls has 3,000 unique, like, it just ridiculous numbers out there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they don't reflect quality in any way. There's no direct correlation at all.
One thing that makes a game for me is a diverse and plentiful roster. I think that's definitely points on.
So that's one of... Let me back up. I played, on release, Pokemon Gens 1 through 4. I got those games. I had a Game Boy or a DS or what have you, and I played those games. I played up through Platinum. And then when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I tend to blame emulator speed up. Because that's, when I knew about emulators and had the speed up, when I tried to play actual unsped up Heart Gold, I was just, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I got tired of it for other reasons. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Hard to say. Who can say? I don't know.
It could be something deeply psychological. It could just be that you gave yourself TikTok brain by holding down spacebar.
Yeah, and it could be somewhere in between. So I jumped off the train with the Gold and Silver remakes in Gen 4, and then I just didn't play Pokemon games. I didn't play any of them, didn't really follow it, and if you had hit me up in a 10-year period between age whenever Heart Gold came out and
age 10 years after that.
Yeah. I would have said, the new ones aren't any good, I don't care. And I occasionally replayed the old ones. And I don't know, somewhere in the last couple of years, I kind of got back into Pokemon more. Like, I never hated Pokemon, but I started following, like, I watch Wolfie VGC on YouTube. He does, like, Pokemon stuff, just Pokemon tournament stuff. And for some reason, I started watching that. I forget how I got on that. But I started watching just all kinds of Pokemon YouTube slop, like, can you beat X with Y in the background, just letting that run, that kind of thing. Or, like, different challenges like Nuzlocke. I had known about that, but never like, why would you do this? I don't care about this. It was something that I just didn't give a shit about. And I started watching YouTube stuff. Yeah. And I kind of got back more into it. And I started to appreciate some of the newer designs more. Not all of them. Right. Some of them are awful. Some of them aren't.
Some of them are catering to a very specific fan base, and while I won't say that it's wrong to cater to that fan base, I also won't say that it's a mystery as to whether or not they're doing so.
Man, speaking of Nuzlocke, that is like, hey, do you want to just punch yourself in the balls?
Yeah.
Then you should sign up for Nuzlocke.
It's turning a Pokemon game, which is a coloring book, into a ball crushing machine.
Into a ball crushing machine. Yeah, and
I did it all the time.
And so I've known of Rom Hacks, but like there are,
people have had 30 years to work on them.
Some of the best games that you can play for no money are edits of like the Pokemon Game Boy games or like Fire Emblem or something. Yeah. There are some edits of those that are like top notch. There are like, I don't know about for Pokemon, but for Fire Emblem, there's a perfect editor to make whatever you want, like a game maker. There's that for Paper Mario as well. Certain old titles, I guess, are simpler, so you can do that kind of thing with. And there's this whole community making incredible stuff out there. And that's, for the past year, I think all the games that I've played and enjoyed, or damn near, have been something some guy did in the basement. Yeah. Not like an official release. Something like a fan thing. That's what I've been doing for the past year. I think I've played 5 or 6 different ROM hacks. Yeah. Like I said, I'm playing Unbound right now. Unbound is super long. I have 6 badges, 500 Pokemon.
You've been playing this for for longer than like previously. Like we'll talk, and then you've been playing it for longer than the other ones. It must be quite a long game.
No, it is. there's all these super hard challenges. It has variable difficulties. Like, you can pick the difficulties.
Ooh.
And I told it, like, hard scaling. And so everything scales to you. And I've had to, like... You never get to a point where you just kind of overpower the thing. I've had to, like, scheme and catch and train new Pokemon. And, like, the first gym is a grass-type gym. And it's weed-themed, ha. And it has the fog condition at all times. And
comedy.
Yeah, of course it does. And it's like a leaf badge, and guess how many leaves are on the badge? Ha.
Yeah.
How many points are on the leaf, rather.
Yeah.
You get it.
I think he's talking about weed.
No, I would never. We're sober in here.
We're straight edge on Scryer's room.
Yeah.
We never do drugs.
If you or anyone out there find yourself or a friend struggling with using marijuana, it's easy to do, so they shouldn't have that hard of a time with it. But Pokemon.
You can get from a trade. You can get a Pokemon I guess I'd seen before, but like if you prior to getting it and playing through it in Pokemon Unbound, if you had just pulled up a flashcard with a picture of this Pokemon with the name covered, I couldn't have come up with the name.
What is it?
I got Ducklet.
Oh yeah, Ducklet from Gen 5.
It's a little blue duck.
Yeah, it's a blue duck and it turns into a swan.
A white swan called Swanna, which again I couldn't have matched.
Doesn't Swanna look like Carl from Augustine Hunger Force?
Swanna does have the wings are like on the hips.
Yeah,
and so everyone calls it the Carl Swan.
Oh, that's very funny. It does look like Carl from Aquatine Hunger Force.
Yeah, because it also its legs are. I think it has like blue.
It's blue pants.
Yeah, it does look like Carl. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So I had never used that, and I wouldn't have picked that. There was a trade in town to get one that had defog, and you could remove the fog condition in the gym permanently by just doing defog in the world and make it a lot easier for you.
That's fun.
Yeah, and because all the trade ones in that have good IVs. They come with a couple of, like 3 at least maxed IVs.
Right.
And so even though that thing is probably not a great Pokemon, that carried me early game. This thing that I had never used and couldn't have named, it kicked ass for me until it kind of fell off.
Right.
And I still used it to surf and fly for a while, and that's been the story of this game. I'm busting out Pokemon I've just never seen before, but certainly have never used. Ever. And I'm constantly having to retool my strategy. Okay, this 6 didn't work, put these away, go get 6 more, and I have like a stable of like 45 Pokemon now that I keep kind of trained and use and keep even.
A stable of 45.
Yeah! No,
this game requires so much, and that makes me really happy, actually.
And it's just so chock with stuff like there's like missions and things to do, and there's like every mechanic, all of the Pokemon game's mechanics. So it has Mega Pokemon, it has Z moves, it has raid dens from Gen 8 Plus.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's everything. It's super complicated. They're all stacking on top of each other.
Yeah.
And it's been drip feeding me like these access to these mechanics. Like I have like a lot of Mega Stones now. I had to earn them by fighting like. You go to a route, you get all the trainers there, and you come back later with Surf and Rock Climb and all the other shit. This has the thing where you don't have to put Surf and Rock Climb on the Pokemon. They're just like if you have
like a key item.
Yeah. No, not a key item. It's if you have a Pokemon that could use that move, he can just do it.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
That's way better. Yeah.
So you come back, and like at the top of that route is like an old man who's like, "I'm this route master," and you fight him. And
I'm the king of Route 3!
Yeah, he's the king of Route 3, and he has one Mega Pokemon. He has things that are scaled to you, so they're probably scaled to a level above yours.
Right.
It's like a minor gym leader type battle. And he has one Mega Pokemon, and if you beat it, he'll hand you over the Mega Stone for his Mega. Like, there you go, you can have that now. And I've done that like 15 times, and I have a lot of Mega Stones now.
That sounds like it rules.
Yeah, it rules really hard.
It feels really funny that, like, you did bring up, like, this was, like, a couple people doing this for $0 in a basement, and it feels very much like Tony Stark built this in a cave!
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Game Freak is actively like, we obviously can't put every Pokemon in every game.
Boo!
We're only the most profitable franchise that's ever existed. We simply don't have the resources to be paying developers.
Well, that if they put all the Pokemon in at the start, how can they sell more to you later piecemeal?
Yeah. We figured it out. Now you can DLC it. It does cost more money. And we did... The games do sort of promise that you catch them all. That is the tagline.
Yeah, that was the tagline.
But don't worry, we figured that out too. Got rid of the tagline.
Microtransactions.
Got rid of the tagline. It's just Pokemon now. And then an exclamation point, the last remnant that they weren't able to scrub away of gotta catch them all beneath it. Just Pokemon!
That's the new battle sim has like just under 200,
Yeah.
I think, Pokemon total. And they're all fully evolved. There isn't like...
It's a travesty.
Yeah, but that like... And they're... Devil's advocate, there is something to be said for like, a different metagame has come out of this that's been there before because there's a different set of Pokemon, but there should be more.
They could make it seasonal.
More. Yeah. No, they will make it will be seasonal, and
they're going to
sell DLC packs,
Yeah.
and I know that the game has like a subscription or whatever thing.
I want every company that is like, we're going to charge you a subscription for this. I want every single one of them to have just every night a bad night's sleep. Everybody who's...
Nightmare.
Everyone who's like, that is good. That's a smart thing that we're doing. Every single one of them I want them to sleep like
Night
shit.
terrors.
Yeah, and I don't want them to be able to put it together.
I want the Hat Man to visit you in your sleep.
Yeah, I want this to be like the Pharaohs, where it's like, well, what if the Pharaoh changes his mind? He won't change his mind. God hardened his heart, so he wouldn't. I want them to not even be able to connect their night terrors to the wrongs that they are committing. I want them to just spiral in a Edgar Allan Poe-esque, like, the hearts under the floorboards, and then maybe one day I'll spend money on Pokemon again.
Maybe.
But more likely, I'm going to play the game that I was playing.
Surely there's a Japanese local equivalent of the Telltale Heart.
Absolutely.
That's like the kind of kind of thing that they would have a legend of, like, and this guy was a dick and he got killed by ghosts. Like that's classic stuff.
The end of that version of it, like a giant like woman's head rolls into the house and eats him, and then like as it rolls away.
Yeah. No, so I'm sure they've got that.
Yeah, I'm certain.
I bet most cultures have that.
Yeah. Edgar Allan Poe didn't know shit.
But what were you playing?
I'm playing, I think it's called Nova Red. It's a Fire Red ROM hack where instead of Pokemon...
I think most of them are based on Fire Red.
That makes sense. Fire Red's probably the easiest one to deal with. It's the Game Boy Advance, and it's, Kanto, which is simpler than Hoenn. It's Pokemon Fire Red, but instead of Pokemon, it's Digimon.
Oh, wow.
And this was made by somebody... I mean, there's like 300 Digimon in it. Like, it's great. I've really had a lot of fun with it. This guy doesn't seem too concerned with, like, balance or how to, like, make a Pokemon not look... Or I guess a Digimon not look like it has an insane stat line. But overall, it's a lot of fun. I got to go through my little the thing that every person who's ever looked at Digimon has gone through, where you start off with like, look at this little gremlin, this little fucking guy, and then you take it to one too many battles and it turns into Lady Devimon. So now it's just so there's a naked woman now instead of my little scrungly child.
The amount of Digimon that gets turned into strippers and or exotic dancers cannot be counted on one hand.
The final
or a biblically accurate monster.
Yeah.
Like a thing with 17 heads, and it radial symmetry, and it's dragons. It's made of all the dragons put together in a ball.
So, unironically, the final level of Digimon will either be a hot woman, a Megazord, or it will be a bunch of hot women and Megazords that have all combined into a biblically accurate angel dragon Zord monster, like you said. Mm-hmm. And that is literally like, so there's like the Royal Knights and the Deadly Sins, and every single one of them, it's like, and if you just mash them all together, they turn into that.
And every time they make new Digimon, they add another one of those. So,
yes.
So it's like Omnimaxi
and
something.
Yeah. And they will make a new version of Greymon and a new version of Garurumon, and then they turn into a new version of Omnimon, Omegamon, whatever you want to call it. And they just Megazord, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm sold every time.
Every single time. I got my Guillaumon. I made him into a Gallantmon, and that rule. I had a Piedmon for a little while, and then he turned out to not be as viable for my strategy as Diaboromon. But that's cool. Diaboromon rules.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
He's an internet virus, and I'm going to do an episode of Digimon at some point.
Yeah, we need to.
Because the lore of it...
We touched on it in a previous episode. We didn't go too deep into it. We were mostly talking about my escapades in Digimon World 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digimon World 2 ends with you going through a dungeon that has so many fucking levels.
100.
And then, if you want to really win...
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, the tower or whatever.
Yes.
With 100 floors.
And then there's only like a 1 in 666 chance that it's not a talking lump of shit that's telling you you're wasting your time.
It's so fucking trolly, dude.
Yeah, that rules.
665 times you're gonna see that like big toothy face throwing a pink lump of shit at you.
Get fucked.
And then 1 out of 666 times it'll turn into all of your favorite Digimon pushed together, Chimeramon. And that's actually one of the more important Digimon in the greater lore of it. You see, blah blah blah.
And not getting that one locks you off from the largest, highest base stat total Digimon.
Yes. Yes, so what are you going to do? Are you going to just not have it?
Yeah.
I certainly didn't. Uncommitted, undisciplined.
There's a thing that we said when you were having trouble with Digimon World 2, and frankly, I think that it still rings true, which is just you're not Japanese enough.
I'm just not Japanese enough. I'm simply not.
They loved that game, is my understanding.
Did gangbusters.
So we were talking a bit about you going off the wagon again for World of Warcraft, and you've been good. You have.
I have been a good boy. I've been a good boy since Turtle died.
We've been talking about what else to make you play to avoid temptation, and I was thinking we got to make you play Digimon World 1. The one where you have to walk your dumb digital son from the toilet to the gym with military precision so that when he evolves at the end of the day, he doesn't turn into that talking lump of shit. And then you have to do that 3 times.
What a fucking nightmare of a game. If you take this shit on the floor one too many times, that's it. He becomes a lump of shit.
Yep.
And then he eats shit.
You're a bad father.
That sounds like a self-solving problem.
The thing is, you must, obviously, if lump of shit could be around every corner, it must be the punishment for not doing the right thing. However, you'd be wrong in thinking that, okay, well, then if you get, this must be the correct line. No. This is still a game that has, and it can evolve into, 50 different things. But mainly it'll be evolving into a lump of shit because you're a bad father.
Yeah, you're just bad. You don't take him to the bathroom fast enough.
Yeah. And also the bathroom's on the other end of the village from the gym.
That rules.
And then you also have to take it on an adventure. As it evolves, it gets better at holding its shit in. Not perfect.
No, not even kind of.
Well, I mean, that's just like growing up in real life.
and you can slowly, as it ages, you can take it further and further out before it's like, Dad, I have to shit. And then you're dragging your giant dragon son back to the bathroom at home. And I want to make you play that because apparently you get up to ultimate/mega level.
Oh, wow.
So, you have to do a lot of walking him to the bathroom.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It sounds terrible. It's a beloved game that I obviously didn't see very much of.
The game that I think of when I think of game where all your choices are the wrong one, I think of KOTOR 2. I think of your mentor Kreia telling you, you have raised your Digimon the wrong way. You have given it the wrong Evo points.
Yep. You took it to the punching bag when you should have brought it over to the speed bag, and they may look very similar.
Does failure feel good, fool?
Yeah. Enjoy your new son made of slime and feces. Do you love me, Father?
No!
We're going to wait until the end of the day when you die of old age, and then I'm getting a new son.
Yeah, what a fucking crazy
or you can take it out to the wild and make it fight to death.
brutal.
Digimon is...
I forgot how that game functions, man. It's been a hot minute.
I think that's how it works.
That sounds about right.
It sounds like we need to play Digimon World 1, and by we, I mean Tony.
I think we should make Tony play it, yes.
Better than Warcraft.
It is better than Warcraft.
Ironically, yes.
Compared to World of Warcraft, undergoing the game of Digimon World 1 is like dedicating your life as a Tibetan monk. World of Warcraft is just being TikTok and eating slimes, and then playing Digimon World 1 is like,
I bet
my body is a temple.
how many fewer sex crimes occurred during the production of Digimon World 1? I bet a lot fewer.
Yeah. Probably not none.
They don't. Probably no breast milk fridge.
Yeah.
We can be pretty sure about the breast milk fridge.
That probably never came up. I don't think they let women make video games back then. Or they had to lie about being women at the time.
Yeah, late 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Man, a lot of these games are very difficult to get a hold of. Mm. But these Rom hacks have been enjoyable.
Yeah.
I might play Pokemon Unbound.
You should check it out. I played a lot in the last year or two. I played one I liked a lot called Fool's Gold, which was like long and obtuse. It was mostly a gold remake, but also it had like a bunch of their custom stuff that added on new routes, new areas, and the entire roster had been reworked. Like there's still a Pokemon called Totodile. However, it's now flying type primarily.
What?
And it like turns into a World War. It starts out as like a pilot little guy, and it turns into like a World War II fighter jet.
Okay, what?
Yeah.
What does this have to do with alligators? Because the mouth on the front of it.
Yeah, no, they're all like that.
That made me really happy.
Instead of being fat and lazy, Snorlax in this is super active. So he's just kind of like thin and fighting type and has freakishly high attack.
There was a video I saw, like, I think probably a short, where it's somebody who's like, yeah, we're making every Pokemon has a reverse stat form. And, like, HP becomes speed, attack becomes defense. And the...
Shuckle.
Yeah, the Shuckle one is the one that everyone's asking for. And it's my understanding that he hasn't made it yet. He did the Snorlax one, and everyone was like, no, you know what we were asking for. Show us the Shuckle with the monster with the highest attack.
Well, so they can...
A slime and a rock.
If you wanted to, you could steal the concept that they did with Galarian Slowbro, where it has the shell on its hand and it punches with it. It could be like that. It could just be it could be Charlie from Smiling Friends, but buff as shit, and with the shell on his hands like a boxing glove.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. It could even just be like half of the rock, so it can still like show up.
Yeah,
to sleep.
like on each hand.
Yeah. Man, that makes.
Well, I guess that's a concept that worked. I think that Slowbro is cool. I like him.
And that one's called Fool's Gold?
Fool's Gold, yeah. My only gripe with it is that game has a lot of secrets. Like a lot, and they're hard to find.
They're secret-ass secrets.
Yeah, and there's some that the developers, like, if someone posts how to do it on the Discord, they delete it.
Oh.
Like, I cannot find out how to get Wynot in this game. They separated Wobbuffet and Wynot from each other. They're not...
You can't breed together.
They don't breed together. And in this, Wynot's like a little flying type owl. And it's not like, oh, this is the Pokemon that will win me the game. Whatever, I already beat the game.
That's not the point. We just don't want you to know how to do it.
The Pokemon that will beat me the game is Sneasler, who is like an ugly bug thing that I showed to you like a year ago. When I was anyway, I couldn't find Wynot, despite I went through all the hints on the Discord, like went through like months of posts, looked around on Google, couldn't find anything, and gave up on that. So my Pokedex is technically complete in that game because there's Wynot and Delmise are like are mythicals and therefore not required for completion. And Delmise,
why not?
Delmise is only available if you enter a cheat code in at the start that makes him a static encounter on top of a waterfall, and I didn't do that.
Well, that's super extra.
Yeah.
What, okay.
Yeah. There's also a cheat code that like just flips around how available things are. So rare things are common and common things are rare, which I thought was kind of awesome. And if you use that cheat code, you can get one out. One out's like the first thing you get.
Right. Because it's not available anywhere.
Yeah.
So it must be available everywhere.
But I never did find why not. Yeah. Played another ROM hack called Pokemon Lazarus, which was, I think, up through Gen 4. I want to say maybe it had 5 in there.
Uh-huh.
And that was just, a guy made a new Pokemon region. I forget what it was called already. But it was just...
Yeah, his own Pokemon region.
Yeah, it was his own Pokemon region, and it had all of the hallmarks of a modern Pokemon ROM hack, which is where like all the quests that you get in the game are tracked in a quest log. And that one had like berries, and that one had like berry hybridization. And the game, God, I spent so much time running around hitting all the berry patches in that one over and over again. That one was a lot of fun, but it hasn't stuck with me like Unbound, just because I beat those. Like they were beatable. Unbound is like trying to climb a mountain.
It's rock climbing,
tackling an actual RPG that wasn't just like, yeah, I did this. The people that put like the mysteries in things, I feel like some people have a different definition of what a mystery is or like a secret. Because sometimes it'll be like, so if you listen to this NPC, you know where to go to get the next clue. And then sometimes it'll be like, so if you know how to decode sound into an infrared image on your computer, then you can,
find
it. Yeah.
The Fool's Gold secrets are like, these tiles aren't solid actually. You can walk through that tree. And the hint is, if you sit and watch an NPC nearby do his full wander path, he might clip up into the tree.
Oh. That would just make me think that it's a ROM hack and therefore not liable to work.
No, there's something important up there. There's one of the things you need to catch is up there.
Of course.
Huh. Yeah. That's pretty extra.
Yeah. And without knowing that that's supposed to be a hint, if my character clipped through the tree, I would immediately go back out and be like, and we're going to act like I didn't do that. We're all going to be cool, right? Nobody's going to corrupt anybody's save files. We're going to be able to just load right back in.
Yeah, that's a big fear is corrupted save data. That is a big fear of stuff like that.
Especially because I don't save very often due to common foolishness.
Oh, well, I know the save state hotkey on that, and I am constantly making save states because I am a rat.
I played the entire Nova Red with only one save state because I only used it because I couldn't figure out how to make the ROM understand that there was not any need for a physical battery for it to save my game. So I was like, oh, I'll use the ROM save states, because normally I just save it in the game. And so I hit 1, and then every time that I would want to save, I would save over 1. And then I thought about, like, if I had saved right before then, and then gone and done something else, I could have seen the difference between these two choices. And instead of that, we don't have that. And then the game is not, because I couldn't save it, what happens when you beat the Elite Four?
Oh no. You go back to the start. It saves the game and starts the game over.
It saves the game and starts the game over. Unless you can't save.
Huh.
That could be a problem. Like, I switched... When I loaded this game up, it straight up said, hey, buddy, your emulator sucks. Use this one instead.
Oh, I'm sure that it's a problem on my end. This is a fixable issue due to the fact that, like, the game is designed for, like... He replaced the Mewtwo encounter with Lucamon, which is one of the many angel-type creatures in Digimon. I don't know if it was his... people online have called it his evil twink form or his dragon form. I don't know. But, like, in order to get to Mewtwo, you have to beat the Elite Four. So in order to get to Lucamon, I have to be able to beat the Elite Four and then go through it. So obviously this isn't the ROM hacks problem. And then I was like, all right, well, I guess that's it then. Maybe I can figure it out. But first, let me check my save state, see where I was. And I loaded back in. And then I was like, oh, it's right before I fought the Elite Four. Oh, it's right before I ground... Like, I spent hours grinding for the Elite Four.
Oh, no.
So I went from having, like, level 60 to 65 things to, like, 3 level 60s. And then, like, 3 levels 15 to 45 that
baby.
that I was in the middle of grinding to fill out my team.
Oh, honey.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm done with this game, actually. Maybe we'll play again sometime, but not now, because I have really... I've really fucked it, boys.
In the past on emulators, I've, like, hit the load key when I meant to save, or save when I meant to load, and completely ruined it and just stopped playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's...
I've done that.
There's a thing that I did. So I haven't played a lot of Rom Hacks. I've mostly played randomizers, which is very fun. You can like parameters of the what's randomized and whatnot.
You can even
It's
if
a little
you're,
JavaScript program.
even if you're not gonna randomize, you should run the randomizer. The randomizer, like, if you're playing on an emulator, you're obviously not trading Graveler and Machamp, or Machoke rather, to get Golem and Machamp.
Exactly.
You're not doing that. The randomizer has a little box you can tick that just makes that go away.
Yeah.
That just
Trade evolutions. All right. Well, it just takes like their next like 10 levels or something, and then they evolve.
and they evolve. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
I've also seen that solved where one of the ROM hacks I enjoyed. It might have been Fool's Gold or something before Fool's Gold. I honestly don't remember what it was. I think it was. I played Platinum something.
Renegade?
Renegade Platinum, yeah. Renegade Platinum, I think, had a trade back NPC. Unbound has an item called a Link Stone that you give them, and it is the same thing.
That's an elegant solution.
Yeah.
I like the Link Stone.
Yeah.
Or like, in the case of, like, you have to trade Dusclops holding the Reaper Cloth to get it to evolve into Dusknoir. And in this, you use the Reaper Cloth like a stone on it, and it evolves it.
There is, I can't remember the names of them. There's 2 little bug guys from, I think, Gen 5. And you have to trade them for each other specifically.
Shelmet and...
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the other one.
They turn into Escavalier and Excelgor.
Yes. These 2 little bugs that you have to trade for each other.
Shelmet and Carablast.
Carablast, that's what it was.
Yeah. And they trade shells with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So one of them goes from having like a shell that looks like a helmet to not having that shell, and the one that doesn't have the shell that looks like the helmet becomes like a big night bug.
Yeah, the helmet one goes and he becomes like a knight, and the other one becomes like a ninja, and he's fast.
That's fun.
Yeah. There are a lot of really good gimmicks, and then for some reason, every single time that like we move forward with anything Pokemon related in the main stuff, they're like, well, I hope you didn't like all of those gimmicks because they didn't all make the cut.
Because they're gone.
They're not all coming. Mm-hmm. Some of them will still come, and then but don't count on them staying around next time because we're cutting them as well. And
Tony, there was one for the handheld for the 3DS, I think, where you would catch a happy little octopus, and then if you leveled it up while holding your Game Boy upside down 180 degrees, that would evolve it.
And turn it evil.
And turn it from a happy little octopus into an evil medium-sized octopus. And
man.
And it's like like tentacle features, like its little baby octopus tentacles that are coming out of the bottom of it would become like part of an evil cloak on the other one.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
It itself flipped upside down also when it evolved. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's wild. I had no idea.
Yeah, there's one in one of the more recent games where the only way to evolve this is to be under a specific rock.
That sounds like a really smart thing with a lot of longevity.
I don't know how to say that.
Oh, yeah, the thing that Cuff Aggregus.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Pokemon. I tapped out at Gen 3.
So in Gen 4 or 5, I think 5, they made like a haunted mummy ghost Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's just like a sarcophagus with ghost arms. And
a Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, and then they
made a regional form for it out of Ireland.
And it's made of, like, druid runes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Celtic runes!
Yeah.
So it looks like it's made of rune stones.
But it's still haunted.
Yeah. So there's also big ghost hands!
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of neat stuff like that. Like, there's been 3 Digletts now. There's been Diglett.
Yeah.
There's been Diglett with hair. And then there's
Diglett with hair.
Diglett with beautiful blonde, like, what's the name of that band?
Hanson.
That Hanson hair.
Hanson Diglett.
Yeah,
Man.
Hanson Diglett.
Mbop.
Yeah, and then a Hanson Doug trio, where they all have different hairstyles, each of the trio.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then they made Water Diglett, where it's just Diglett, but it's like an eel that pokes out of a hole in the ground in the water.
Do you want to know what Water Diglett's name is?
Let's hear it.
Wiglet.
Oh my god. So original.
Yeah.
Hey, they weren't going to look at you in the eye and say that isn't Diglett. Yeah. We all know it's Diglett. Technically, it's a different thing that evolved to look exactly and be exactly like Diglett in every meaningful way, except for the fact this is water type.
And see...
So we'll call it Wiglet.
Diglett with hair is still Diglett. It's just a different kind of Diglett. But Wiglet,
that's one you just...
Diglett, isn't Diglett. It's a new Pokedex entry.
The logic behind it is, well, that's Digletts that have evolved in like beautiful Hawaii. And so they have this beautiful, like, blonde hair. And then these Wiglets, those aren't related to Digletts at all. It's like finding out that, like, certain, like, animals aren't related to each other at all. Like deers and horses, completely different fucking thing. That they have nothing in common with one another. And...
Really?
I don't know. I was just sort of...
keep going.
But, like, that's not Diglett at all. It has nothing to do with Diglett. It has more in common with every other Pokemon than it has with Diglett, other than the fact it looks and behaves exactly like Diglett.
Yeah, it's wild.
Convergent evolution. It's a real thing in nature.
Yeah, for sure.
Like how that's the same thing where, like, the fins on a whale have, like, kind of the same skeletal shape as, like, an arm. That thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's made from the same...
Made from the same bones.
Yeah.
The Rom Hacks that contain all of the Pokemon typically will use sprites. And I have found that even the very, very, like, obviously amateur sprites enamor me much more.
Oh, this is a thing we talked about multiple times.
I'm going to bring it up again because I still think they just have so much personality in them.
I love it, dude.
No, the 3D mod, like, so I got back into Pokemon, like I said, and I thought I'd pick up where I left off. I finished Heart Gold, and I got all the Pokemon in it, and that was a lot of fun. And then I tried to play Pokemon Black, and I managed to beat the Elite Four in Pokemon Black, and then I put that game down because I was done with it. And I instead played White 2, which was better because it had more Pokemon in it than like 120 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then I tried to play Gen 6 on a different emulator on 3DS, and the 3D conversion made me so sad that I stopped playing immediately.
Yeah. All of the Pokemon that are trapped in their flying position... Just hovering with wings spread, bellies to the ground, completely stationarily looking at you. As if they're dive bombing you, but just like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like in Tom and Jerry thing where, like, you can hold up a stop sign and so the bird just, like, stops midair. Mm-hmm. And they're like, and obviously we'll do that to every Pokemon that can be a part of this new flying battle system. Because now we're going to do battles that exclusively take place in the air. Well, could we also give them, like, a thing where they're standing? You know, like how we've shown them and, like, how they look best generally. And they said no.
No,
we're not spending time on that. People will love this. Well, how many flying battles are we going to put in the game? Well, think about this. How many double battles were there in Gen 3 when that was introduced? Well, there was that one, and then the other, and then the gym that did it, and then there was that whole area that did it. So, you know, between 10 and 20, maybe? Okay, so with this flying battle system, 2.
Really?
There are 2 fights.
And then the mechanic went away.
And then it's gone. We're going to fuck up probably a third of the roster's appearance for 6 years.
Yeah.
For
the 3D model is, instead of, like, Pidgeot is swooping down at you, he's going to fuck you up. Like, Furo is like, ah! Like, he's looking all big and mean and puffed up. Like, the 3D model is just, like, it looks like...
glide animation.
Yeah, just glide animation.
That's so boring. Which
Every bird is like that.
All of the 3D games before the Nintendo Switch.
See, I didn't play any of the 3D ones, because dropped off in Gen 3, so I guess I was spared some nonsense.
Yeah, they made some interesting choices that really, really frustrated me. They also... Zangoose is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love him. He's so angry.
Yeah, he is.
And he has a big fluffy tail.
I love Fluffy Tail.
Which in 3D got translated to his tail is a ball.
What?
With 3 cones coming off of it.
What do you mean?
It looks horrible.
I'm looking this up.
It doesn't even make sense to me. It looks like a cart, like if you blew up a glove, like a rubber glove.
Yeah.
And just stuck that on the back of him, and we're like, because he's fluffy.
I hate this. This is a travesty to Fluffy Tails. I love Fluffy Tails.
It really made me sad. Zangoose is basically my favorite. Zangoose and Dragonite are my boys. I love my chubby boys. Yeah, exactly.
Rob's showing Kevin a picture on his phone.
I'm trying to find this crappy 3D model, and I found like a child's drawing of Zangoose.
There is a genre of drawing on the internet that I don't know if it's like a kind of drawing that you would see pre-internet, really, where it's somebody clearly who knows what they're doing really well. They can draw essentially photorealistic anatomy. Ugh, I hate that one. They can draw photorealistic anatomy, and then they will draw like a muscle man body with an animal head, and the head will be like fully like photorealistic rhino head on a buff man body. And this will all be captured with the medium of colored pencils on lined notebook paper.
Oh, man.
And I don't know if this is a thing that you could see before the internet. This is somebody who's just drawing photorealistic furry baras with like scientific precision
on
notebook paper with colored pencils.
That's pretty trolly, actually.
Are they being held back by something? Do they not have the resources for non-lined paper? For something besides colored pencils? Is it their preferred medium? Are they locked in a bunker somewhere?
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
I've done 2 already.
There's another Digimon ROM hack that guy made.
Yeah?
It's for Pokemon Emerald. And my gut tells me it's the exact same roster, given that they're both Gen 3 remakes. And there's still a very real chance that I'm going to be like, I think I'll play it anyway. Yeah, I'll do it, I guess.
Live your best life, boo.
I know. I'm at a point now where I play a Pokemon ROM hack once every 3 months. So yes, I will. I'll probably play the Digimon one too. I don't really know anything about Digimon, but I know how the mechanics of Pokemon work, and I know that the game cannot be that complicated because it's Pokemon Fire Red.
All right. So I'm not going to disparage the guy because he did a very fun thing and I really enjoyed it. But not knowing about Digimon won't hold you back one goddamn bit.
Got it.
He took some creative liberties with things, and a lot of them were a lot of fun. Everything that evolves off of stones, they just do Digi-Eggs that you can buy from any Pokemon Mart, and it's great. And then also, it'll be like, hey, this is this guy, he evolves at level 15, and then 30, and then 40, and then 50, and then 60. He evolves again. And then if you get him to 100, then he evolves also again. So, and they are made harder. It's not like base game level curve. I think first Jim and Brock, he was like level 18 for his entire team. So, you still you get all the way through. You get to get all your final forms, even though they all evolve late as shit. You don't get your final form to level 60.
Yeah.
I get a lot of joy out of Digimon. However,
Digimon is pretty cool.
There is also the fact that this Digimon aren't all designed to digivolve into each other.
No.
In fact, a lot of the time it appears that they make a couple of things that are supposed to all go in a line, and then they just sort of say like, and why not? That guy over there, he can turn into him too.
What's the meme? Like the refrigerator with the Gatling gun?
Yeah. And then And then it turns into a Megazord with tits. And then it turns out you can also get that Megazord with tits if you DNA digivolve this unrelated dragon and this giant egg with eyeballs. Okay, well, what do they have to do with anything? Don't you ever fucking ask that question.
Yeah, how dare you ask me that?
Yeah. What do you...
I don't remember the baby version, but I think one of the most egregious Digivolve lines is Gatomon.
I know Gatomon's line, yeah.
Yeah, what's the baby version?
Okay.
Is it Nyanmon?
Yeah, Nyaromon, I think.
Nyaromon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, give us the rundown.
So first off, it's a basketball with cat ears and a tail.
Very cute. I love it.
And then that turns into a small dog.
Yeah, Salmon.
And then that dog turns into a cat.
Like a chibi cat.
Like a chibi cat.
With gloves.
It doesn't have claws. Those gloves were those claws are canonically removed via torture, depending on
brutal
what we're looking at. Her gloves have the claws on them, and if she's an extra special kitty cat, she gets a gold ring on her tail, and the gold ring on her tail means that she's got angel powers, and then that means that she can turn into Lady Angemon, or Angemon, and
yeah.
She's just a giant hot woman.
The stripper.
Wearing more, I would call them more ribbons that are taped onto her than clothing. And then Angemon, obviously, can turn into the giant dog dragon from Neverending Story.
Falcor.
Yeah.
Of course.
I love MidniteGrimoire.
MidniteGrimoire is great. I like her design a lot more than I like Ophanimon. Which is what the other version of what she can turn into, which is where she leaves her hoeing ways behind. She gets an armored dress that is it's like a slim dress that forces her ankles together at all times. So she's not giving it up for nobody no more.
Ain't running. Those legs are sealed.
Those days are over. And in exchange, she has a giant spear.
Sick.
And she is one of like the three high angel Digimon that protect the digital world. And then obviously there's Lady Devimon's line, which is like, an evil hot woman. And that evil hot woman can then DNA digivolve with many of the Angelomon forms, creating obviously half good and half evil hot woman.
Oh, split down the middle?
Split down the middle. One half of her is dressed all in black leather and then the other half is like, I'm not wearing anything at all, just white. And then obviously...
I'm just wearing light and clouds.
Yeah, and then that can obviously evolve into a... either you can then fuse that with a cat, Meikumon.
I love Meikumon.
Literally
the Maine Coon.
Maine Coon like a cat.
It's a big cat.
Yeah, it's a big old cat, and you throw it at the half evil, half good lady, and it turns into a biblically accurate, like, nuclear warhead with, like, an Iron Maiden on the top.
If you haven't seen the Digimon movies, the newer ones, not the one that is just Summer Wars, watch them with a steeled heart, because they introduce Meikumon. And Meikumon gets abused thoroughly. It is super sad. I cried like a baby. I wasn't ready.
They also make the movie explicitly about how like your childhood dies like a terminal cancer.
Yeah, dude. It's
not even a regular
message.
death, a terminal cancer death where your childhood dies slow before your very eyes.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal, dude. It's quite the message to give. Like,
obviously, they solved that by turning into Megazords and fighting the bad guy who wants to bring back their long-deceased partner. Despite the fact that Digimon explicitly works on like a closed reincarnation system, there's no way for someone to die permanently aside from this very specific way that her partner died. So, like, there's no way to bring them back. And she's like, nope, I'm going to fuck up everything and also... somehow cross this over into the real world, destroy the world, bring back my partner.
Spoilers, but yeah, that's the podcast for you.
That's and no, you solve that with Megazords, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
You don't bring up things like, oh, maybe you have to make peace with it. You don't need to join the X-Files and try to end the world. But that's Digimon.
That's Digimon. That's hip hop.
Digital
that's
monsters.
struggle.
They're the champions.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy the nature of this podcast, go and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, and go give me a follow on Blue Sky. And you can support us on our Patreon. And I'd like to give a special thanks to our Patreon subscribers, our aspiring Magus Champion 1209, and our fellow Scryers, Maticate, GaryGoblino, MidniteGrimoire, The Greater Good Boy, Kinomajaro, Wanrical, Barcis, and of course, my mom.
Thank you. Love you, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.